For most of our lives, we operate like we are missing in action, or more accurately, lost at sea. We exist as dependent wards, entirely at the mercy of systems we didn't build and forces we can't easily see. Because we've handed over our responsibility, a sprawling nanny state fills the void. Most people inhabit a fabricated reality, much like The Truman Show, completely unaware of their true political status or how deeply they are tied into this state of dependency. Breaking this illusion is notoriously difficult. Mark Twain noted that it is far easier to make people believe a lie than it is to undo that work later. To escape that dependency, you must reach a point where you proactively prescribe your own rules for living. Otherwise, a state of dependency causes the inferior to oblige himself to a master. Before you can govern a community, you have to govern yourself. A self-governing nation can only be formed by self-governing men and women. That means leaving behind a lot of toxic baggage. Cowardice, the impulse to bully others, petty lies, and the insecurities that drive us must shatter and fall away. In their place, you adopt a strict standard of operation. You keep your word. You never violate the free will of another person. You approach every interaction with clean hands and a pure heart. Building a lawful nation depends on individuals who first master their own character. Corporate business structures have no place in this model of assembly. Having a right on paper means nothing if you don't use it. Think of it as the blueberry principle. You might have a contract granting you the right to pick blueberries on your neighbor's farm, but if you never walk up the hill and actually pick them, the right is useless. Actually exercising your rights requires intense personal education. You have to become an autodidact, a self-teacher, willing to do the hard work of learning the legal systems operating around you. That curriculum starts with the common law. You have to study and understand the true historical nature of your jurisdiction, separating private law from statutory, municipal administration. There is a reason this education is critical. Frederick Douglass famously stated that knowledge unfits a man to be a slave. If you claim to be free, but you skip the rigorous work of educating yourself, you remain free in theory only. In practice, you are still a ward of the state. Once you govern yourself, the sphere of responsibility expands to your immediate family, protecting the unit from external trespass. You achieve this by maintaining the federal fence, a rigid boundary separating your private land jurisdiction from public corporate jurisdictions. Families maintain this fence using formal tools like affidavits, notices of liability, and true bills to push back when agents attempt to assert unauthorized jurisdiction. But that aggressive legal defense on the outside exists to protect the environment on the inside. Internally, parents act as nurturing trustees, raising their children with words of praise, love, and encouragement. True family stewardship demands this balance. You build fierce, uncompromising legal boundaries on the outside so you can foster a compassionate, nurturing environment on the inside. From the family, the sphere of governance expands one final time. This encompasses the community, where individuals step up as active caretakers and nurturers of the planet. Historically, this was handled through 100 courts, groups of roughly 100 families gathering regularly to settle internal disputes using common law. Today, this takes the form of the state assembly. Rather than operating as a corporate hierarchy or a private club, it functions as an extended family of neighbors, relatives, and friends working together for mutual security. Community service stops being a mandated obligation. Once families secure their sovereignty, they naturally extend that protection to the people around them. Every day, you face a specific choice. You can remain an indentured servant, comfortably micromanaged by a nanny state, or you can step up to the demanding challenge of self-governance. The corporate system offers comfort, but at a severe cost. In that system, your assets and labor are held as collateral, making you responsible for the debts of a bankrupt corporate government. The alternative is the daily, gritty work of freedom. It means showing up for your assembly's committee structures, teaching your neighbors how to protect themselves, and tackling community issues one project at a time. True self-governance lives in the quiet, persistent habit of protecting your own property and upholding the rights of your neighbors, a duty that extends far beyond a one-time declaration. This path rests on the understanding that because we are dependent only on the Creator, we are inherently independent of all other men. We are spiritual consciousness inhabiting a physical form, tasked with keeping the peace. Entire generations, both prior and those yet to come, are depending on us to correct this system. But to set the system right, we have to set ourselves right first. Your individual rights end exactly where another person's begin. If you want to live in a free society, you have to do the exhausting, rewarding work of governing yourself.